Hey there, it's Teresa here. Welcome to another conversation from my couch. Every Wednesday, you'll find me here. I'm Teresa Yankin. I'm a leadership consultant and I am coaching consultant, and I am here. I actually made it outside to have a conversation from my couch. I'm here every Wednesday having a conversation from a couch somewhere. Today it's outside. It's absolutely beautiful. The weather is cooperating, no humidity here in Virginia. So absolutely loving it. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying today too. So today I wanted to talk about the lost art of listening. You know, we're starting to open up and we're going back to our offices. We're meeting with people, we're interacting with people. And for the last year, we've been video conferencing. So we've been on a camera and we haven't really had a whole lot of contact with others outside of our families. Most of us have been again, kind of like isolated. We've adapted to this new reality of being online and communicating in the virtual world. So as we start thinking about going back to our offices and going back to conferences and meeting one another, I thought today would be a great day to talk about the lost art of listening. I'm going to juxtapose this a little bit between being in person and being on video, just because of the fact that for the reality for most of us is that we're going to be in a hybrid world for just a little while longer. So here we go. First things first, you want to give people your undivided attention. It's very exciting to see one another. As a matter of fact, this past weekend, we were able to finally get together with family friends. There's been a group of us, a group of 5 families or more, that used to get together on a weekly basis and play games. And this was the first time in over a year that we all were able to get back together. And everybody was excited. Everybody was talking. And, as I thought about, wow, when I go back into to one of our major conferences in August, I was thinking to myself, what is this going to look like for everybody? Because we're so excited to see each other. What are we going to do? So truthfully, the first thing I thought to myself is you got to give people your undivided attention. You got to look them in the eye, really engage with them. And, that's the first key of really being a good active listener, looking people in the eye, not staring them down, but, with masks on, using your eyes, smiling, or as Tyra Banks says, smizing. We really want to connect with people visually. So really looking forward to doing that, right? But we want to give people our undivided attention. When we're on a Zoom call in a hybrid space, that would be turning on your camera, letting people know, even if you just come on for a second and then go back off, just to let people know that you're there and that you're paying attention. That's how you can show them that you're having undivided attention. So number 2, making eye contact. Again, looking people in the eye, not necessarily staring them down, but just being able to turn on your camera, turn it back off. That way, when you're on a Zoom call, people know that you are paying attention, right? Like you're there for even if it's for a minute or two, just give people your undivided attention. Again, when you're in person, not looking around to other people, seeing who you want to talk to next, but really looking people in the eye. Number 3, when the other person stops talking, you want to summarize what they're saying, just to let them know that you heard them. Right. So we want to make sure that we're reiterating those points. And that means that we're concentrating on what they're saying, not on what we want to say next. Again, when you're in a virtual world, that is so important to summarize what you just heard. Why? Because we have poor connections. People can drop off, drop back on in a call. You just want to make sure that you're hearing what they're saying. It can be a little bit challenging when you're on a virtual when you're on a virtual call, right? And number 4, you want to ask them questions. So instead of trying to read other people's minds, you want to ask them the questions. This is going to be something that we're going to have to continually do as we come back in person, right? Like we need to exercise that muscle of counting to 3 before you speak so that you can summarize and ask a question afterwards. Again, on a call, I know that sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating to say, did I understand that what you said was blah, 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 because we're on this call, we're assuming that everybody has heard. We're assuming that the other person knows that we've heard everything, but it's not It is not impolite to ask questions if you don't understand, right? You need clarifications. And then the fifth thing that we can do is we can just avoid interrupting one another. I know just being excited and wanting to jump in when we're back face to face with others is going to be so, so tempting. But just make sure that we are not interrupting people unnecessarily, just like you do on a call. Right now, like on a Zoom call, you really... I think more so than not, we're not getting interrupting. We're getting people who just aren't participating. So interruptions, that's really going to be key when we get back together in person. So, you just, as I was thinking after this past weekend of just hanging out with family friends for a while, like, wow, like when I left, I thought to myself, did I portray that I was listening to them or not? And as we enter a new realm of coming back together again, these 5 things are going to be important. So again, the 5 things that we want to remember when we are actively listening to somebody else. We want to give them our divided attention, right? Making eye contact. When they stop talking, we want to summarize and make sure that we repeat back to them, parroting it back so that they understand and they know that we heard what they said. If we don't understand something, ask for clarification, ask questions. Doesn't mean that you're unknowledgeable. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. There was I felt like it was like an horror movie. There's a dog over there that's never been there before. So sorry. So last thing is ask questions. And number 5, oh my gosh, it's insane. Avoid interrupting. So don't interrupt when somebody else is talking. So, hey, welcome to my crazy, almost horror film. That's what ran through my mind. And luckily I didn't scream. But hey, you guys have a great day. You can find me on all social media. Look forward to talking to you guys again. Now I'm going to go inside because I'm feeling frightened for my life. You guys have a great week. I will catch you here next week on Conversations from My Couch. Take care, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.